When you begin work with a new coach, or if you're new to coaching sessions with me, you might wonder, what does a normal coaching session look like with Xander? What can I expect from a 45-minute session? I'd love to tell you more about that. The first thing I'll do during a session is ask you a very important question, which is, how are you? I ask this question not just because I genuinely care about my clients, but because your answer is going to tell me a lot about what I need to do and be for you in this session. I never ever plan a session prescriptively because experience has taught me that when it comes to leadership coaching, you sometimes need to be in the right frame of mind to tackle certain topics, and you can only work with the mind and body you have today. For example, there's absolutely no point in me forcing you through a planned session on your leadership vision if you've just had a difficult performance conversation with a member of your team. When you answer my question about how you are, I can gauge what kind of coaching session you'll benefit from most. For example, do you need my advice? What's the topic that is really on your mind? What blockers and barriers are you facing right now? And where is your energy and attention going at the moment? Maybe we need to talk about something else first. Is your head, for example, in the past, the present, or the future? And how is that working out for you? I'll also use your answer to judge how direct, confronting, or challenging I should be, or whether I need to use a different style of coaching for the best results that day. From your answer to that one question, I'll have an idea of whether you need me to listen, or to step in and advise, to be directive, or perhaps more explorative and discussive. You might not think it, but I get so much from your answer to this question. And the more sessions we have together, the more I'll get to know you and the better I will be at reading the signals that you're consciously and unconsciously sending me. All in all, I might spend about 5 minutes establishing the tone and dynamic for the rest of our session. After the first question, I'll have another question to send your way, which will always be something like, how is business? Or what is going on in your world right now? And for those of you who like to think or approach things in different ways, I might ask a variation of this question, which could be quantitative or qualitative. For example, I might ask you to think in terms of picture words, or give me a number on a scale to talk about something. Over time, I will find a version of these questions that helps us connect and open up a safe space for our work together. These questions can even help us pick a topic for our session. Now, if you're on one of my coaching pathways, there's always going to be a suggested topic for that coaching session that we intend to explore. But all things considered, it might not be the best course of action for that particular session, so I'm always flexible. At this point in the session, if you've been working on something since our last session, such as an agreed homework task, we'll spend some time reviewing your conclusions and experiences using some reflective practice techniques, and we'll capture any actions arising from it so you can continue to embed your learning as our sessions continue. Getting to the heart of it, the next 30 minutes of our session are devoted to a rich discussion of our focus topic that we've chosen for that session. Some of my clients may want to discuss a topic relating to current events, perhaps something that they are dealing with right now or something that has happened since we last met. If you're on one of my coaching pathways or I have set up a coaching roadmap for you, there's always going to be a suggested topic and we'll dive right into this. I'll usually begin by asking you to tell me about the situation or problem you'd like to work on with me. I'll probably ask you what your previous experience is with this topic, what's your typical approach, and what have you done so far in relation to it. From there, I might offer some advice about what to do, or what leadership skills or behaviours you could use for the best results. Or I might ask you some more questions to get you to reflect and explore the topic yourself further, coming to your own conclusions. We'll be sure to capture those, but more on that later. I'll also refer to my own experience if I think it would be helpful, perhaps by telling you a relevant story from my experience as a leader or from coaching other leaders. I'll also share with you what social science has to say about the topic or issue. For example, what is the contemporary research telling us about what's going on in your team dynamic right now? Our sessions probably won't be entirely us talking. I'll probably get you to do an exercise or two to help you explore the topic or think about it in a new way. Although the discussion part of the coaching session can be helpful, I really want all my clients to go away with some tangible actions so they can start making changes to their leadership behaviours. I want to ensure that you continue to grow outside the coaching session because that's really where the magic happens. As such, I make sure that we devote about 5 or so minutes to capturing some of the actions on how you're going to take forward the learning and conclusions that you've made in the session. Finally, I finish up with 2 questions that are as equally as important as the first ones in the last 5 minutes of our session. I'll ask you if there's anything else you need from me or that you want from me. Now, this can range from one final piece of advice or a pep talk, or simply a reminder of something I've promised to send you or pass on to you. Hey, it might even be a hug, and that's alright. This is really also your opportunity to tell me anything that's important to you. It might even be a piece of feedback about how the session has been for you. If a session has been challenging or emotive, I'll always be sure to ask if you are safe to leave the consultation. And by that I mean whether you need any professional support or support from your personal network that I can't give you personally, but it can help you arrange. I'll never ever leave my clients to go out into the world feeling vulnerable or at risk. It doesn't just end there. After a consultation, I email my clients a short summary of the points that we've covered, being sure to highlight any points I think that are important to embed or for you to remember, perhaps even reflect on further. After all, we can cover quite a lot in a single coaching session, and I don't want you to lose anything. I also provide additional content such as further reading articles, resources, podcasts, videos or other media that relate to the topics we've discussed so that you can extend your learning and build out your understanding should you wish. Well, I hope that's given you a sense of what you might expect when working with me. Don't forget you can book an initial consultation with me via my website, where I'll be happy to answer any of the questions that you might have, and we can have a little taster of what a coaching session actually feels like. I can't wait to see you.